This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Well, we're back to see what else happens in this game. Very briefly, I have to check one thing though. I think it's one of the docks. Right here. Here it is. Okay. Move this. Yeah, right here. Should be fine. Okay, yeah, right here's fine. Alright. So, what exactly is going to happen?
Were gone. What could it mean?
Yes.
Stanley
Everyone is
decided
gone.
to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, I got a message. Oh no, it's gonna be delayed. You know, I have been asking my friends, like, yo. Oh, I was trying to get Nick on. Okay, yeah, anyways. I was gonna play with my friends earlier, like a game of Overwatch or World of Tanks. Well, one of them did not respond about the World of Tanks, and the other one is currently trying to play Overwatch. So I was waiting for both of them. But I have already committed to doing this for at least an hour and seeing how it goes. All right, so for now, let's just, you know, follow this guy's instructions so far. I think I've gone to the escape ending, either. Right?
Feeling a wave of disbelief,
Skip
Stanley
that for now.
decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's
Downstairs,
office.
I just go crazy. Wonder if I could just open these doors.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code.
You know what? Let's just play through 100% following this guy's directions. I think I remember his. I think I remember the ending, but you know, let's refresh our memories. Let's see how this goes.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Okay, so I'm gonna play World of Tanks later. Oh yeah, this thing. I
Stanley
wanted to
walked
see.
straight ahead through the large
Call
door that
914.
read Mind Control Facility.
If light is on. Yeah, 914. So, I might be playing this for like an hour, or like in half an hour.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible
Then I'll play
secret
some
did
more
this
tanks,
place
because
hold?
I'm starting to like
Stanley
that game.
thought to himself. Did he have
I'll
the
stream that
strength
also.
to find out?
Alright, let's see. Still trying to see my messages. Oh, right here.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Freedom means nothing. Yes, of course. Yet I am here following all the instructions of this narrator.
Facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control?
Well, that one's all blue.
Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof, the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content, walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Danger. Electric shock risk. Nice. And that's the end of that, right?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
I wonder if I just don't. I'm just gonna not do that. Because that's the end, right? It's like, oh yeah, he stepped through the open door. Everything's all good. Hmm. Is there no options? Do I have to? What a nice day. Well, here we go.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation. the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Wow. That's one of them, right? What if the red light is on? So can I press the? Okay, I can't. I imagine if there's
Someone
a
was
button out
following
there.
Stanley. He was sure of it.
What the
If
hell?
he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
Excuse me? Huh. Huh. Okay. Following me? What do you mean? I have to do it all in one playthrough? Are you serious? That's whack, dude.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
What else was there over here? Where you just defy everything?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Let's follow him
listen
right here.
carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Yes, we walked through the red door.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop.
Let me go backwards.
We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
There's 2. Let me go this way. Oh, hell no. What is going on?
What do we want? What are we looking for?
What the hell?
Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
God. It's trippy, man. I don't like it. Okay, bye.
No, wait. Where are you going?
This way, I guess.
Oh, no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Yeah.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
What? Oh. Whoop.
No!
Yeet.
Oh, thank God. You lived. You had me worried there for a moment.
I'll go back to the room.
Can we please get back to the other room?
Yes, let us go back to the room where we are happy. Well, interesting room, nice room, very cool room.
No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
We'll both go back? What do you mean? Oh, 360 no scope.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You were literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
No, but, you know, it is what's kind of happening right now.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
See you.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Oh. That's something trippy.
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
There it is. I feel like they're in that room, right? So,
when Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
I don't want to
he
go crazy
entered
because
the
it takes too
door
long.
on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room. What? But eager to get back to business, Stanley
What a
took
gorgeous,
the first
gorgeous
open
room.
door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong
Speaking of
foot
feet.
here. I'm not, but in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful. Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was.
Is there rain outside? Is that what that is? I guess it is raining. What am I trying to do this time? Well, I just kind of... I don't know, honestly. I think I'm just kind of hanging out. But one of the things I do want to do
When
is
Stanley
find
came to a
all
set
the
of 2
consoles.
open doors,
And
he entered the
I
door,
have
and
2 of
this
them
was
so
not
far.
the correct way to the
I
meeting
feel
room,
like
and Stanley knew
if I
it
do
perfectly
more
well.
things
Perhaps
or
he
more
wanted to
endings,
stop by the
they will
employee
pop
lounge
up more
first,
often.
just to admire it.
So, because I did the first time,
The lounge was
where I think I
sublime,
just
a work of
went
art.
outside,
But
you know,
eager
I
to
did
get back to
his
business, Stanley took
his
the
whole
first
storyline,
open door on his left.
and I got one, and then I did another one, I think.
Stanley
Actually, I already
was so
forgot.
bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Let's see.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how
that
to
looked weird.
convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Ooh, red door it is.
Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Oh yeah, the whole button.
There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed
Yeah,
to
I
be
have.
here in the
I
first
just went
place.
through the red door
Broken
earlier.
rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had
I
wanted?
ended up
Was it
what's
worth
it called?
ruining the entire story?
climbing
I'd
up a
written
set
out
of stairs 3 times,
specifically
and then
for
you know
you?
jumped off.
You don't
Whoops.
think
Hold
I
on,
put a
my
lot of
little
time
plug
into
here.
that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all
I
for
felt kind of
nothing,
bad because he
this
just
is
kind of
what you
went
wanted to see.
like, "Oh, you
Help
hate my
me
game
here,
that
Stanley.
much?
Help
You're trying to kill
elucidate these
yourself?"
strange and unknowable
It
desires
sucked,
of
man.
yours. What
But
would
hey,
have made
you got to
this
do what you
game
got to do.
better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you
Let
can
me
give me
give him
some
the
feedback.
feedback of like 5-star.
There we go.
Okay.
A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
What if I just walk this way? What he wants me to?
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from
Great
allowing
version.
you more choices?
Come on, give it to
Feel
me.
free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Best
Aha!
option.
You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't
Soul.
teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Okay. Oh. Oh yeah, that. Hold on. If I give him a 5 out of 5, does it still give me like all the way to the bottom? It is. Wow. It's telling me that I'm the worst guy. Well, fuck you, guy.
Now,
Oh.
would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Yes, I'll give you a 3.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some play testing. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right.
Oh, it's
and if he
predetermined?
reaches
Yeah.
the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective?
I don't have
Be
4
sure to
hours of
keep
play.
notes on your experience.
Oh my god, that's an annoying sound. Ew, you know what? Nah, just die, dude. This
You
guy cannot
heartless
develop good
bastard.
games.
Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain? Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
I feel like it's just gonna give us the Minecraft thing again. Yeah, it is.
Well, Stanley, is this any better? At last, the one thing you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with.
What happens at
But
the end
is
of
it
this one?
enough? Tell me that, Stanley.
Ugh.
Will it ever
remember-
be enough? Well, I'll say this. I'm done
I
making
remember
things for
nothing.
you.
All I remember is that we go.
From now on, I will only
quote,
create
unquote,
to
mining.
fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house. This will go here. No, here. And then... Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off, yes, it's complete.
Wow.
I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy. Ah, but you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable. Isn't it grand?
Oh yeah.
Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond.
Come on, let me in there.
Everything. Yes, yes, yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
I feel like there's nothing here. You know? Can't go there. Can't go here. Can't go anywhere.
Oh my, it looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light? Oh, no, 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 no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game. Yes! I don't even know what this game is.
I remember now.
You trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspiring.
Yeah.
I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be?
Oh.
I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
I love this song.
Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte.
Bop.
Genius. No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games, and I highly doubt you're any wiser for the experience. Which is why, rather than continue to waste my time, I'm just going to leave you here.
On radio.
Pretend you've beaten the game if it makes it any richer for you, but as for me, I've had enough. So, why don't you get cozy in this room, and if you have any grand revolutionary ideas for the perfect video game, you can just sit there and let it ball up inside you for all eternity. I don't need your advice. I don't need your ratings. And I certainly don't need the validation of a man whose job is to push buttons. I think I'll just go about my business, making meaningful cultural contributions to the world. And perhaps every now and then I'll think back to a man named Stanley who was objectively wrong in every decision he ever made. The thought won't last long. Goodbye, Stanley. Good luck with your work. And I sincerely hope that everyone lives happily ever after.
Gotta go get my radio though. Where'd it go? Radio? Hello? Okay. So is it right here where I just fall down again? I assume I just fall down, right? Well, bye. Ooh. Oh yeah, here it is. This is where I wanted to go to. Because I want to see if there's something here. I assume there is, but you never really know. Because I found this, right? And I have no idea what this does. Like this room. It's just stuff. Yeah, 427. Isn't that my number? Is this what what I was supposed to find the other time? Wait, maybe it's the map of the game, like a beta version. Oh.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it, down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Cool.
Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken. No, the orders were still missing. For now.
Okay. Turning all these buttons.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley
closet,
decided
baby.
to go up. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Except I came back.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet.
Whoops.
No reason to still be here.
Okay. Room closet ending. Very cool.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's
I could try to
office.
escape. I could go in here. Fuck yeah, dude. Because the boss knows that what the boss says goes. If the boss has suffered losses, then that's what the boss chose. Ha. Interesting. Oh, you know what? I think before I tried opening it, it's because I was in front of it and it didn't work. Oh, okay, yeah. Oops. There it is. Okay, so I got one. Can I just go back? How far back can I go? I could try to escape again. Oh, okay, never mind. Alright, so that's... I need one more. Where
Stepping
would
into
the
his
last one
manager's
be?
office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra... Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some
damn
calming
it.
New Age music.
Goddamn lo-fi. Please let me out. Let me out, please. I don't like this anymore.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Oops. Okay. So I have the thing that says like locations, right?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind
Yep.
Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death. The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Damn dogs outside.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise.
Okay, I think it's begin the game again, right? And then, let's see.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Hold on a minute.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office.
Oh, there it is.
But it didn't make a single difference.
Yes.
Nor did it advance
Yes.
the story in any way.
Okay, this time. Let's just fall down. Like, let's
When
just
Stanley
die.
came to a set of 2 open, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time,
Understood.
but
True
eager
happiness.
to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I wonder if I just restart the game, like, without doing an ending. Would that
Stanley
work?
was
Because
so
that's kind of
bad
what I
at following
did last time.
directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
360. Woo!
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Very powerful indeed. Oh, it's right here. Oh. What did I do? Welcome, Stanley, to Heav. Oh my god. All these buttons I can press. Woo! Dang. Stanley Heaven. Pushing all these buttons. Oh no! I wonder if I can actually push all the buttons. Welcome to enlightenment. I am very enlightened. I can press all these buttons while being, what's it called, the one with, I don't know, the universe, one with the buttons. No, they all turned back on. Damn it. I wonder if there's one off button, like one button that's kind of out of place. I don't think so. But what if, you know? I didn't do anything. Maybe when they line up a certain way? I think that's just it, right? Just heaven. Yep. Speed run. Oh, I got stuck. Honestly, this is kind of fun. Just pressing all the buttons. Well, is that actually it? Like, is there nothing else to this to heaven, basically? I'm assuming no. I mean, yeah, okay, yeah, that's it. Okay. All right. So Oh, okay. Hold on. So I wanted to find out about the whiteboard ending. It was about because I think the little word on the side was bark, right? I thought this was like so that has something to do with that, you know? Like I thought me doing all this was a way to get to that whiteboard ending or something. But I'm guessing it's not. Oh, it's something different. Eh. Okay. Well, I'm gonna stop it there because I have uh what's it called? I have plans with a friend of mine. We're gonna play World of Tanks. I am starting to get addicted to that game. Alright, let me launch it up real quick. Let me see. I gotta. Well, first quit this game, right? Yeah, yeah. Fun game. Uh, I need to figure out how to make myself like a temporary, you know, moving from one thing to another. I don't know what it's called, a transfer screen or a temporary screen or transition scene. Oh, yeah, the input thing. Yeah, I kind of figured.